Hey there everybody, Brian here from Fitzpatrick's. In this video I want to show you around this car here. 1.0 VTEC turbo, and this is a Smart Plus sedan version. In this video I'm going to show you around some of the features I really like on the outside of these cars, and I'm going to show you the stuff on the inside, and then we'll go for a drive in the car as well. And so by the end of the video, if you're specifically looking for a Honda Civic Sedan, you'll know what's involved in this Smart Plus 1.0 turbo model. Or in general, if you're just looking for a really nice saloon car with a good level of specification with low mileage, then this might be of interest. If there's any information you want on the car, Brian is my name, 086 843 1945. Call, text, WhatsApp. If you want information on the car, scrapping an old car, trading in a car you have which is maybe worth more, or financing the car. This car is a really nice tidy example, and it has a full Honda service history. If you are thinking about buying a car like this, or this actual car, we are a main Honda agent. We are also a family-run business in operation for almost 70 years, so we know these cars really, really well. So I think we'll start off by going for a quick drive in the car, and then we'll come back and have a look at the features on the inside and the outside of the car as well. These 1.0 turbo engines, so they're turbo and they have some VTEC technology as well, so they're quite a punchy engine. It's a 3-cylinder engine, but that's actually kind of cool because 3-cylinder engines actually sound really nice, and the gearbox is really nice as well. Every review you always see on these, people always comment about how nice the gearbox is to use, and the car, it feels wide on the road as well, so on a back road it's quite a sure-footed car. I suppose gotten so used to these cars, I find everything very easy to use now, but there's a nice big screen in through the centre, but everything's fairly straightforward and logical the way it's laid out around you. So the engine is 124 horsepower, like we said, 1.0 turbocharged engine, and in terms of things like road tax, it's €200 for a year. In terms of fuel efficiency, it's a car that's probably realistically going to average somewhere in the region of 40 to 45 miles per gallon. That's about 6 to 6.5 litres per 100 kilometres. But it's quite an enjoyable car to drive. I really like driving them. I've gotten so used to them over the last few years. And this is a really good driving example. It's a low mileage car, but it's been well looked after, and all the controls for the car feel really good to use. One of the things I really love in these sedans is the silver wheels. On a day like today, or a morning like this morning, they're really cool looking because they're diamond cut, so they're so shiny and reflective looking under artificial light at night, but especially in the sun like today. It's kind of hard to give you the impression when the car is static, but when they're turning, they're very, very cool looking. The sedan also specifically gets a chrome grille which matches the wheels, and it also gets chrome door handles. And probably one thing worth mentioning, saloon cars are getting super rare. Think about it, when's the last time you've seen a Ford Focus saloon or a Volkswagen Jetta? Even things like Toyota Avensis, Ford Mondeo, they're all finishing up, so it's getting so hard to get a nice low mileage saloon car. Other things I like on these cars, well, actually the headlight construction. So if you look in along through here, this is a daytime running light. Headlights obviously interior. I just like the shape of that because it makes the car look really wide. One other thing I always say in videos, people probably think I'm cracked, I really like these side markers. So they obviously have the lights and the front fog lights and stuff. These side markers, hard to see during the day, but at night time when you're driving behind one of them, or even when they're beside you, it just makes the car look, it really kind of emphasises the width, because this is quite a wide car. I also think the back of the car is a really cool shape. The tail lights are absolutely massive. They're really cool LEDs. When you're driving behind these cars at night, they're so distinctive compared to other cars on the market. And like we were saying to you, when you look over to the left hand side of the front, you just see that little side marker. Just kind of emphasises how wide the car is. Looks really, really cool at night. Like, look at those taillights. I mean, they are just really, really nice looking. They're very, very cool. You see the way the C shape kind of matches. Anyway, there's a bit of a thing there where they're sort of meant to match the two C's either side. Anyway, but it's kind of cool. Small little details. While we're at the back of the car, this saloon version, you can pop the boot open using the key, whereas you can't on the hatchback. The boot's in really nice condition on this car. One thing I would say to you is the aperture is a bit bigger on the hatchback, but one thing that's cool on these, you can actually drop the seats, because some saloon cars you can't, but on these you can drop those seats and you end up getting a really long load area if you have anything awkward you want to put into the car. In terms of the back of the car, there is 3 head restraints, 3 3-point safety belts, Isofix over here, Isofix over there, large armrest in the centre. Condition is really nice. Now this is a nice 36,000 kilometre car anyway, so you'd expect it to be nice. And in terms of size in the back, this is the amount of headroom a 6-foot person has. This is the amount of legroom a 6-foot person has sitting behind someone that's the same height. So I know the size is actually good. In terms of the front of the car then, like the rear doors, brushed aluminium along here, electric controls there. Forgot to say actually the rear doors will have child locks and also child lockable rear electric windows as well. And the other thing as well is actually the speakers are up on the rear shelf in the sedan model. And then at the front there's a speaker down here, and there's also a tweeter up here for better sound quality. The pedals are a nice sporty aluminium finish, and then there's some controls here I'm going to run through. Inside the car then, parking sensors front and rear down through here, and there's also a big reverse camera that goes with those parking sensors as well. And then there is collision mitigation. So actually in terms of safety, right, there's collision mitigation, which, you know, if you're under 30 kilometers an hour, you don't hit the brake, the car will try and stop you. Lane change warning, which stops you drifting out of your lane, or warns you when you drift out of your lane down here. However, there's another one here, which is basically lane keep. So it's actually trying to keep you dead center. So one warns you and one actually tries to keep you. And the cruise control is pretty funky because you can choose how far you want to stay behind the car in front. And there's also a speed limit function which limits your speed, but also it can recognize and tell you the speed zone that you're in, and that will also limit your speed when you come into one of those speed zones. Wipers will be automatic, lights will be automatic, so they come on at night time, and they also dip when it rains, dip when you meet traffic. Just things like service reminder, and then average speed and fuel efficiency and all that kind of information is manipulated from here. And these are controls for radio and Bluetooth. The screen then will have Garmin navigation, but I think these days most people are going to use the smartphone connection, which is going to allow you to display your phone's information up there, like Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Google Maps, Spotify, all that kind of stuff. So really cool. Touch screen, so everything really is focused around this central screen. Different temperatures on each side of the car. Nice gearbox, which we talked about. Electric handbrake. There's an econ function which reduces how aggressive the cruise control and air conditioner and throttle response is. USB in through here, a movable armrest, 2 drinks holders, and then there is another USB connector in through here, and also 12 volt and also HDMI if you want to play video up through there, but you have to be stationary. This seat that I'm in is obviously height adjustable, and there's lumbar support for my lower back as well, and that steering wheel then has a rake reach function, so it goes in and out and up and down as well. So there you have it. That is our 2019 1-litre turbo Smart Plus Honda Civic Sedan. If there's any information you want in the car, Brian's my name, 086 843 1945. Call, text, WhatsApp, and I'll be happy to go through information on the car or information on trading, car, finance, anything you want to know. Anyway, hopefully the video has been useful. Hopefully you like the car, and thanks for watching.